Hey, what's up, everybody? It's December 17, 2019, which means we're ready for this week's TNT Tuesday. Hey, if you haven't taken a look at last week's episode, please go out there and take a look at it. Last week, we started in on our holiday ornament project, and basically what we were creating last time was just a very simple, traditional, Christmas tree ornament, and we were just going out there and creating that glass sphere that's the main body of this. Today, we're going to be going in and focusing on creating that topper part that is the connection piece between the actual ornament hook and the actual glass sphere, and that's sort of what we're going with today. Alright, so jumping into Inventor, what I'm going to be doing is actually going out and creating a new standard inch IAM. We're starting with the IAM because we're going to do some top-down assembly with this one. We already have that, that glass ball that's already created, so we can go ahead and just sort of create that topper for it just around the existing part. So what I'm going to do is go out here and do a place. I'm going to go ahead and just drop in that glass sphere, that main body of the ornament. I'm going to be verifying that that is grounded. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to origin. I'm going to go ahead and just turn on a plane that's going right through the center of this, just like so. And now I'm going to come up here and go to create. I'm going to be telling where I want this to actually save. I'm going to go ahead and just give this my name. So this is going to be Christmas ornament. I'm just going to call this one topper. Just like so, I'm going to go ahead and do a save. So I have a name. I'm telling it where to save. I say OK. And then all I have to do is go ahead and just pick on this plane, start a 2D sketch, and now I'm going to be picking on the plane here, okay, that correlates with the one I was just selecting. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick this one. I'm now going to go ahead and use some project geometry. So I'm going to project geometry through on the top as well as the side. Now I'm going to come here to offset, and I'm going to go ahead and just pick on that and pull this out. I'm going to say that the distance on this one is going to be 1/8 of an inch. Okay, I'm now going to come in here and draw a line from here to here to connect this. I'm going to go ahead also, and I'm going to project geometry of this side so I can extend this down. I want that topper to come, all the way down to that surface, just like so. I can now go ahead and trim this up. And then what I should be able to do is come out here, okay, and revolve this. So let's go ahead, let's do our revolve. Okay, so there's my profile, red arrow for the axis. Okay, that is my axis right there. I say okay. All right, and we have a good start on this. All right, so if you take a look at these, toppers, there's sort of little fingers hanging out the bottom, and that just helps to cover over the top of it and snap into place. So let's go out there and let's create that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a 2D sketch. I'm going to go ahead and pick on the same plane that we used last time. I'm now going to come out here. I'm going to use 2-point center rectangle. I'm going to track this right here from the center. All right, I'm just going to bring this over, however far, and I'm going to just say that, my dimension on this from here to here, we'll just keep it like at 0.06, okay, and just go ahead and finish the sketch. Now I'm going to go ahead and do an extrude. Okay, that profile is going to be coming through. I'm going to use this as a cut, send this through so I can see it. I'm just going to go ahead and say okay. All right, so when we look at the bottom side of this, we can see a chunk of that has been removed. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and repeat this all the way around. I'm going to use circular pattern on this one. I'm going to come find that extrusion. I'm going to come to my red arrow for my rotation axis. I'm going to pick the outside of the cylinder, and I can go out there and specify how many of those I'd like. So I'm just going to go ahead and just say 10 on this one and say OK. All right, so everything is coming around just like so. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add some rounds to this. So I'm going to come out here, use fillet. I'm going to go ahead and just pick this edge and pick this edge, if I can get to it, like so. I'm going to go ahead and I'm definitely going to be bringing that one down, okay, like 0.06. I'm going to go ahead and say OK. All right, so that's going to round that over. All right, so I want that to continue for all 10 of those teeth, so I'm going to go ahead and go to circular pattern. I'm going to go ahead and pick that fillet that I used last time. See if I can grab it here. Let's get to the bottom side of it. There we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use the red arrow for the rotation axis, pick the cylinder. I know that I have 10 of those within that 360 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and say OK. Okay, I'd like to round this over at the top. So I'm going to come up here, go to fillet. I'm going to go ahead and pick on this edge, round that over. This is showing like 0.06 radius, says OK. And then last thing I need to do is come out here and create the top part of this. So I'm going to start a 2D sketch. I'm going to go ahead and pick on this work plane once again. I'm going to go ahead and determine where this hole is going to be. And that's going to have a distance of 0.0625 for the diameter. All right, so let's just see how far this is from the top of this. And we'll just say that that's an easy 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to go ahead and create a circle now from here. I'm going to send this out to a diameter of 0.125. I'm going to go ahead and just draw a line now from here all the way down to here, and from here all the way down to here, and then finally from here over here to close it up, and now all I have to do is trim this up. I'm going to go ahead and finish the sketch on this. I'm going to go ahead and do an extrude. It's going to be a symmetrical extrusion, and I'm going to say that this is a distance of 0.1875 and say OK. Now we can come out here and start to fillet this over, round this up a little bit. So I'll pick this edge and pick this edge, and then come down here and pick the edge here on the bottom as well. And bring this around to the back just to smooth this out. Okay, just like so. And I'm probably going to go a little bit less aggressive on this one. Keep that radius like 0.03 and say OK. Alright, so that topper is basically done. All I have to do now is come out here, apply my material, which is gold. I can go ahead and hit return, and there you go. That topper is right there on top of the ornament. Alright, it is sitting ready to go, and now it is ready for a hook. So there you go. That's how we can quickly go out there and create that topper. We're using that top-down approach. Some great features in there like circular pattern, revolve, just a lot of very inventive stuff using Inventor. So there you go. That's it for this week's TNT Tuesday. Hope you have a great week.
It's that time. Christmas time is here. Everybody knows